Hey guys, so I want to make an updated tier list for currently the new patch. If people are wondering where things stand for me, so yeah, let's start with Abrams. I think Abrams is, I'm not gonna lie, I don't think any of this stuff got nerfed. I'm gonna put him as this tier. I think that character is really strong. He didn't get nerfed. He got buffed. In fact, he was already really good before the patch. And with the new vitality thing and all that, I think this character, if you literally have him mastered, he's going to be beyond broken. And he just has so much survivability. Alright, next, Bebop. He got nerfed this patch. I think he's still fun. Very hard to master too. But, I mean, you can get some crazy connections with Hook and Uppercut into another one. So I think that character is really good. Okay, Billy. I think Billy's broken right now. If you can actually play your punches really well right now, he is beyond broken. Plus, he has actually really good vitality scaling and spirit scaling with torment pulls, and he also doesn't get affected by the spirit snatch nerf, since his one will count as a heavy melee, so he is in a really strong spot. Calico, A tier. I think she's just solid. She didn't really lose that much. She still does a crap ton of damage. Really good assassin, really good at finding picks. Still very short, very bursty, and with spirit shielding and all these other shielding items get nerfed, less people are inclined to take him as they did before. So a lot of people have less HP, so it makes it really easy to one-shot people. Dorwin, honestly, very hard character, but I think he's really, the doors have so much impact, and he's kind of just crazy right now, to be honest. You've seen it before, just all of a sudden they TP on Urn and everything. It's kind of crazy what this character can do. He can also just take anyone out of the fight, and especially a couple of characters, they have ults that they need to use or something, or team fighting, or impact the team fights a lot more. He can literally just send them out for a long time. Okay, Shocker, even though this character just got nerfed, Drifter is super broken. I think he's the highest character to ever have 3.5 HP regen. The highest ever in the game, for what I know. It is beyond broken. Character also does a lot of damage. And a lot of characters got their HP nerfed to 1. And he also just has really good gun scaling. So whenever you hit that 4.8k and you have a bunch of fire, and his gun just hurts. Dynamo, A tier. I think that little buff he got feels nice. The new rapid recharge and headhunter build. I've been playing with John with this a lot. It hurts and it does a lot of damage you're unexpecting. So I think it's really good. GT, A tier. I think this character is actually still really good, especially with the spirit increase. If you don't go for the birds, for the burden thing, and also I haven't tested this, but I'm pretty sure curse on trap gets rid of buffs too. If it does, that's really crazy. And I might move him up higher. So I think he's just insane. The 4.8k power spikes, and this character having increased scaling with his bullet damage off his spirit and movement speed and everything, I just think it makes him really good. Haze, S tier. Focus lens, capacitor, just does a bajillion damage, or curse if they want to, and capacitor, and they literally can't do anything. Capacitor stops them from using movement items, curse stops them from using anything, and they kind of just sit there like a duck for you. Character is actually really strong in a really good spot in the meta. Holiday, A tier. I think the character is still really good. She's not as broken as with the gun build, but the 1 HP nerf kind of hits a little heavy. I still think people might be sleeping on her a little bit too much, but I do know her barrels from what I played her. She has really good spirit scaling on them and everything, so you can really nuke someone with a rapid recharge and hit that 4.8k spirit. In fairness, this character, I'm not gonna lie, is kind of insane right now. Toxic bullets, again, that extra second actually matters so much more, because that's basically when Furnace is tier 2 as far as afterburns. So 1 second, so his afterburn and toxic bullets basically line up really well. And now that also means When you buy superior duration, it increases toxic bullets duration too, and it just lasts forever. If this character burns you and toxic bullets you, you're already ticking rapidly, and it's gonna last forever, and he catalysts you, then you're like basically already dead. Crazy. Ivy, I think A tier. Character's not broken. Character feels okay. I played a lot of Gun Ivy. Still really crazy scaling at the late game. Kelvin. Honestly, I think I'm gonna say S tier. From what I understand, his snowball scaling on his healing is actually really insane, but I don't think anyone knows that. His song got nerfed, and he was like, "Oh, character's okay," but I think his character's still pretty strong. Kelvin just don't offer so many opportunities. Alright, guys, I think it's broken. Character actually got buffed for a tier 3 ult silence, and she was already being picked a lot in comp play specifically, and that character just is so good. Like, that character did not need a buff. And Radiant Regen, even like increased the spirit scaling, so you get Radiant Regen like Mystic Burst and something else, and you basically get more heals because you hit your 4.8k off of that. So every time you hit Malice, and the increased healing regeneration from that spirit power spike is just crazy. Lash, A2. I think the character is good. From my team explained it and everything else, they say the character feels really good. I don't think he's broken, but he does seem to do a lot of damage and, you know, be really annoying. So yeah, he's in a really good spot. I do think this is a really good patch. A tier. I think McGinnis. is really good. She got her little turret buff. She also got that linger buff a while ago for Medicinal Spencer, so not make it feel as bad if your teammates just leave it. I think the biggest thing that really sets this character apart is it requires so much team play around the Medicinal Spencer, and also like there's a lot of AoE stuff that can stop Medicinal Spencer, like from wanting your teammates to stay on there. Mina, Esther. I think this character benefited crazy. She got a quote-unquote change where I think she lost like 2 or 4 seconds on her 2, and it doesn't reset dashes or jumps no more. I don't think that's the end of the world. I think you just go sub stamina, and that literally doesn't matter because you'll just get away every single time. But his character is 4.8k, and also probably being one of the best focus lens buyers in the game is absolutely insane. So I think she's really broken. Mirage. I'll put my S tier. I think that character is really good. I've messed with him a little bit. Scarab's got upgraded. Surge, QSR does like a bajillion damage. The character feels really strong right now. He does not feel as bad as he used to. So now Mo and Krill, I'm probably at C tier. I'll be honest, the character doesn't feel that good. I mean, he's still the fat pig, but everyone else just got so much more damage increase, and this dude doesn't really benefit off of scaling. This is why he likes QSR and like burst, is because those are just flat damage, but he does not have good score and scaling or anything like that. So his laning phase feels a little rough. Paige, A tier. I'm not gonna lie, they did exactly what I wanted for this character, which is to give her fire rate spirit scaling, so she is a lot more powerful late game. She's a lot weaker early game. She also was excluded from the 10% buff, so that's a little interesting. Paradox. S tier, Silence Wall, Swap, having no cooldown, still really good. I'm not gonna lie, that character is still probably has one of the best catches in the entire game. It's not even close. It's just so easy to play, and also her laning phase is still really good. Pocket. Yeah, I'm probably gonna put it A tier. I think once people get better with the Express Shot build on him, I think it'll become a lot better. I think Express Shot right now is a little overtuned for characters that have really good base damage because it scales too, and it scales up pretty crazy. 7 B tier. I'm not gonna lie. Curse being changed means it's a lot easier, in my opinion, to just kind of ruin the 7's day. If you buy Curse as soon as he power surges, you find him, and now he just, with how this character works, is he usually just walks up very close. So you kind of just curse him and kind of just falls apart. Shiv. He got nerfed. I still think his character is broken. I'm not gonna lie, this character is so stupid. Rage, and whenever he has rage, he literally increases his damage and also does double damage on all those things. And so like, this kind of thing that's with me is Infernus counters Shiv, but Shiv counters so many other characters, in my opinion. And Infernus also gets like jumped by like a Mina or something. It like hurts a lot and it's kind of hard. So yeah, but I think Infernus also just does a bajillion damage in like any 1v1, and most of the time Shiv is just frontlining, so he just gets eaten up by it. Sinclair, I'm gonna put B tier, honestly. I haven't seen anyone do anything crazy where I'm like shocked with this character. I think he's fine. I don't think he's like the greatest, to be honest. Victor. I played a couple of Victor games today, so I think he's fine. B tier. He's not as broken as the rest of these characters. Yeah, he kind of does what needs to be done. And he's still the crazy, undiable king, but everyone's lane pressure got amped so much, so it's a little bit harder to play this character. Especially with the way that everyone is freezing now, because you have to walk up for souls and everything. You can't just hit them from afar. So yeah, it's kind of crazy. Then, absolutely insane character. Her level 1 sucks, but once you get flight up, you start doing a bajillion damage. Her assassinate does a bajillion damage. She has probably the best mid game in the entire game, to be honest. She just does so much damage, and she's really like a constant threat in the sky. And she just generates so many souls. Like I don't think you can ever fight a Vin, because her spirit scaling is absolutely absurd. Crow also just munches you, and Tether also is still the cancer thing it is. Assassinate, if you're at half, you might as well just consider yourself dead. So yeah, I think Vin's pretty broken. I mean, they still haven't gotten rid of Viscus's thing where if he punches you, or you can punch melee. I think a lot of people just keep trying to force an express shot build, but I think that you should go splatter. I think splatter feels pretty good. Viper. I'm sorry, Viper. I'm gonna put you D tier. I think the character is still weak. It doesn't really benefit from anything. I mean, I don't know. I don't think I can put him at D tier. I'll put him at C. Or she at C. I just don't know how you can make this character work. I feel like every other character here just does a lot more. I think the character's mid game is still really good, and she does really good like pressure. But like I swear, this character needs to be like up in front of you in order to do something crazy. So yeah, it's just a frontline character that's squishy. That makes her feel so bad. Warden. This might be a hot take, but I think Warden's still bad. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like this character still doesn't do that much. I think it feels better. Apparently people thought he was broken. I really haven't felt anything crazy from it going against it or whenever my teammates are playing it. Alright, wait. I think she's A tier. I think she's still pretty strong. Her laning feels better. She likes building up cards. When people are freezing, it makes it a lot easier for her to do it because they're not just sitting there underneath their, walker and just shooting at the minions, like one peek. Like, you have to peek a lot more in order to get what you want. So yeah, I think that makes the character stronger. Yamato, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna put her at D tier. I think the character needs a little bit of help. She kind of sucks right now. Like, the 1 HP regen and Crimson Slash like kind of affected her a lot, and she also lost so much right click damage, and some like losing 1 HP is like fine because she still had Crimson Slash and everything, but basically like you can't. They took away a lot of her lane presence, so I think they need to. My fix to Yamato is yes, she still has like a pretty good early game, but her mid to late game is so horrendous right now, so I think they need to increase her boon scaling. But yeah, this is my tier list for this patch. I don't think it's really going to change unless some crazy patch comes out. I generally think Yamato is the only character that really needs help this patch, who's like struggling in my eyes. Alright, but thank you guys for watching. Bye.